dark as hell out here. Darker than hell out here. Let's turn high beams on. Oh, it is a high beam.
In a quarter of a mile, turn left on Short Road.
We're almost there. Yeah, now this place, like I say, the body, Mr. Raymeyer burned through the floor, fell to the basement, but then nothing else burned. So it literally burned the wood out from under him, through enough of the floor that it could fall through it, but the house didn't burn down. I mean, none of the house, even the rest of the house is like undamaged. Sure would make things a lot easier.
Yeah, I'd like to see how much that is.
I had a decent bike lift, not that extravagant, but it rolled under the bike and had a foot pump.
Yeah.
It didn't pick the bike up as high, and it didn't have stability under the tires. It picked it up from the frame in the middle.
Yeah.
But it would pick it up about almost waist level, almost.
Yeah. It's
And
like 6-inch clearance.
You could sit down and get underneath all of it and do what you had to do. But I loaned it to a friend, and my friend never brought it back to me, and I didn't realize it because I didn't. It's not like I needed it.
Right.
Then when I needed it, it was like a year later.
Right. It's like, where's it at now?
And it's gone, and I lost track of my friend. So,
Yeah, I think.
but they don't cost that much. The ones I had.
Yeah, I think I'll get that one or whatever one's stable, because they said some of them are unstable. I don't want to get it up there and be like shit. You know what I mean? Get it up there where it fits that front tire, because it's got that where you can put it together where it's in there.
In that block, yeah.
Yeah, and that's all.
We're thinking of picking his bike up and sticking it up on that bench.
Yeah, hopefully it will hold.
Pulling that bench out?
Coming down, but
We don't have anything that's secure overhead though to pull off of. But
Yeah. How much you think it weighs?
I fucking don't know. 500 pounds?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, about 500-600, something like that. Because I know dirt bikes, they're like, you know, the 250 I had, that was like probably like
Time for another one.
250, 300 bucks, something like that. 300 bucks, 250, 300 pounds.
Oh, here. Thanks. These things go down easy, don't they?
Yeah, it tastes just like her.
Delicious, delicious.
You know me, I don't drink, but these things are good.
Motherfuckers are good.
I love good beer.
I got a bunch of videos people sent me, a bunch of pictures and shit with their bikes. So if you haven't sent me any pictures yet of your bike, if you don't want to share with everybody, then keep your shit to yourself.
Right.
But if you do, get them into me because I'm getting ready to make the video in the next few days. Probably by Monday, I'll probably have it up.
We'll come down, maybe we can ride.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Riding, or,
got some brothers that we've ridden with some, and we have some that are coming down.
right.
And like I said, the last Saturday night live video, we had some brothers come down that are from out of town, that are in town, and they're not really trying to be videoed a whole lot anyway. But you know, we ended up getting out of hand over here. We had some friends over, and they brought some other people, and it got loud. It was really loud. The music was really loud. And we have, I got that new bottle opener that fucks everybody up. That you pop the bottle off of it, and it fucking ejaculates whatever the fluid's in the bottle all over you. It says, "Go ahead, take your top off." Yeah. So we had some not chicks. I don't want to say anything demeaning, womanizing type of shit, but we had some females here that. Yeah, it was a pretty good video, but unfortunately, you know, YouTube wasn't having it. So that's what that's about.
That's a shame.
It's a shame. It's a damn shame. Can't let you share in the fun like that. You only have so much fun. Freedom isn't free.
That's the truth. I'm here for a short time.
Yep. Yeah, you can, like I say, you can say any kind of fucking fictitious, straight out bullshit
That's the truth.
that you want about anybody you want, and that's okay on here, but don't show anybody's tits. You know? Don't show no tits on here. My God Almighty. The end of the fucking world. Yep. Lots of beards and tits.
Good times.
Not liking bearded women either, not that. Although, if there are any bearded women out there, no slight against you. You're more than welcome. Come on over. But we got another brother wants to come down and stay for a while and a few days and like go take a break and do some riding, man. He said nobody wants to ride up around his way. Everybody, his buddies don't want to ride. And that's like Brian. Brother Brian, man. Good dude. Good, awesome dude. Brian Murphy, tattoo artist. Artist, flat out artist, period.
Yeah, we gotta go up there because I'm gonna get some work done.
Yeah, and I like that shovelhead that I saw up there. I want to pick that shovelhead up. But he had a Harley.
Plan on doing that one day, man. Next
We
week or
fucking
something.
should do that. Why not do it? We'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll email him or call him
That'd be
tomorrow and
awesome,
we'll
man.
see what's up.
that would be great.
Maybe we'll do it soon.
He's got his own portfolio of stuff up there.
Oh, he's fucking
I want to
dude.
get that
He's
one definitely, but I'm gonna.
he's
I'm gonna start getting
unbelievable. But I mean, even if you just go up to talk to him and meet him and we just hang out, man, share
Yeah.
some Brotherhood bullshit,
Oh yeah.
that'd be cool. Because he used to have a Harley and nobody wanted to ride. So I'm trying to get him to get another bike. And we'll ride. Shit. We'll ride anytime, right?
Yeah. Go up there and meet him.
Fuck yeah, we'll ride up there. But
Fun. Only got so long on this earth to have fun.
he races quads now.
Really?
I mean, like hardcore.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like motocross shit with quads. Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy shit. Crazy shit.
Oh, that's great. He still does it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, now that he's, his life is in order, he's in control of his life, and, he lost a lot of his life,
Yeah.
through addiction, homelessness,
He's one of the success stories.
Yeah,
man.
huge success, and now he's trying to
That's awesome.
reclaim, man, and so, fuck yeah, he should be out there getting it. That's what the name of the game is. Get out there and get it. Live your fucking life, man.
Yeah.
Live your life.
Yeah,
So
because
he's
if
having a
not,
good time. He
it'll
races at a
slip
high
right
level,
by,
sponsorships, all that shit. But yeah, he's a really good brother, man. Good bro, good dude, man. Good dude.
Yeah, I don't know where I was at one day. You went up there. That's right, I was over the other place, over Joe's.
And Ray's been calling me like, shit. I've known Ray since he was 16. Now he's, I don't want to make you older than you are, Ray. He's like 35 now. But we started training together when he was 16, skinny kid. But he used to fight for Pride and shit.
Okay.
And then he had
yeah,
UFC
yeah.
contract, $1 million contract, and he had some issues with his ankle, had to have an ankle fused and all this other shit, and he put a titanium plate in it, and he bent that, squatting, and all this other bullshit. But he's been calling me once, twice a week, every week. He said I don't sound like myself lately, which I'm not. I haven't been myself for months and months and months, but I haven't been.
For years.
I haven't been, and I probably ain't gonna be. But
Yeah, that's crazy. Not to cut you off, but Chris Weiderman, the champion of UFC, he beat Sylvia, right? The Spider Sylvia Anderson Sylvia, and first Sylvia broke his leg, and then he fought him again, and then he broke his leg. And then he fought him again and broke his leg. So he's going through recovery now. And they just did the surgery and all that stuff. And he says, they might have to do this and that. So he's fighting to just keep his leg, you know what I mean? And so that's pretty crazy.
It is
He
crazy.
goes to top of the world like that and you use that
oh yeah.
quick. It could
Oh yeah,
change,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
whoa, this is crazy.
I've always thought about getting with Ray and trying to do some video stuff with some self-defense shit, man. Because that's where to be quite honest, if I had it to do over, I would have never crossed over into bodybuilding.
Right, because that was your thing, fighting.
Yeah, I was a better fighter than I've ever been a bodybuilder. But if I had it to do over, I would have stuck with just lifting weights a little bit, just recreationally at home, and never, But it is what it is. What are you gonna do? You can't go back.
You can't go back and until
It is what it is. It's in retrospect. But
take the chance.
for Jesus Christ, if I had the life to live over, and I was thinking about today that maybe when you die, you do. Some theories are that you're going to come back and you're going to have the same spirits are going to surround you, just in different roles, right? Like like a bunch of actors, like a group of actors, an acting troupe that you all know each other and you stay together life after life. But you play different roles. But you set yourself up. This is a theory now. Some people have it. You set yourself up for what's going to happen in the next life. So, based on what kind of things need to challenge you so that you can continue to evolve and achieve enlightenment. And I was saying, and as you get older, that may sound like complete nonsense, but as you get older and you look back in your life, you start to think about that shit, and you start to think about from childhood even, and from early adulthood and your teens and all this crap, shit that if you could go back and change and redo, you would. I mean, you can't dwell on it because you're not going to go back and change it, but it makes sense to me that if you had that ability, that the option was there, that you died and you had the ability, you're going to stay where you are now, or you're going to come back and try and do this over, have a do-over, and maybe you continue to have these do-overs until you get the shit right. And each time you become a little more enlightened, maybe, you know what I mean? Who the hell knows, right? Don't sit there and laugh. It's as good as anybody else's idea.
And this is some crazy shit. I had to move to Florida because got in some trouble. Anyway, long story. Went down there and went to this psychic and told me I had lived 4 times before. I was 400 and some years old, right? And I had 4 lives. In one life I was a sheep herder, one life I was a knight, and the 2 other ones I don't remember. But at the time you think, yeah, this guy just wants, the $10 or whatever,
Right.
Then I think back like, wow, I forgot it was for real.
Sheep herder don't sound like a bad life. That sounds like a pretty peaceful, tranquil life. You know that?
Yeah. And then a knight warrior.
Knight, that sounds like a life of violence and
definitely.
danger.
Yeah.
But honor and nobility.
Exactly, yes. Honor, nobility, bravery, heart, strength.
But there's so much shit, man, that you guys got anything out there you would change? Everybody's got something. I'm not saying dwell on it. I don't dwell on shit. I do dwell on shit. But I don't stop living because of it. It's not like I'm going to throw in the towel and call it quits over any of it. Let me tell you something. I'm going to go on and live in spite of. You know what I mean? In spite of. That's what I live. I live to spite whatever reason I have that is like.
You got to have that attitude.
You have to have that attitude that
down,
no matter what happens, your mistakes, things you've done wrong, things that have been done wrong to you, you just have to continue in spite because, like the Black Label Society song, man, just you got to be too tough to die. You got to be too tough to die. Like I've said before, that Grim Reaper, man, when you hit a certain point, that Reaper's on your back. When you're young, you don't know he's there.
About it, right.
You don't know nothing about it.
Indestructible.
When you start to age, he's got you. He's got your back. When you start to get old, you reach a point where he's on there. He's on there, and he's wiggling and fighting for position, jockeying for position. He wants to stick that bony dick of death in you. And your job is, you can't get him off your back. You already know that. You've been trying. He ain't coming off your back. Life's changed for you now. You hit a certain number of years, life's not going to be like it was before.
Right.
But it's still life. It can still be good. But he's riding that back. He wants to stick that bony dick of death in you, and your mission is to keep that from happening, not to let that happen. I can't get him off, but he ain't fucking me.
Shake him off, keep him off as long as you can.
Yeah, you're just gonna keep fucking fighting with him until you get in that box, And it doesn't matter who wants you in that box, or if he wants you in that box, or fucking shadows haunting you, want you in that fucking box.
Right.
You ain't going in that box. It's like, fuck you, I ain't going in that box. Put me in that box. So until you're in that box, you ain't out of it.
Right. Anything's possible.
This is the game. As long as you wake up tomorrow morning, man, that's a world and life of possibility. Yeah.
Stay positive.
It's called hope. Hope. It ain't over till it is over.
Gotta have belief.
Yeah, it ain't over till they're
gotta
tossing
believe
dirt.
yourself.
Till you're in that box and it's shut and they're throwing dirt on top of it.
Right.
You know? Nowadays, in the old days, they used to get buried. The people that could afford it, they had a warning system, had a bell and a rope. You ever seen that shit? String going down to the coffin because people were so afraid of being buried alive.
Wow.
Because so many cases were buried alive where they've dug them up and the coffin had like all these scratches inside where they pronounced somebody dead and wasn't dead, just hurried up, threw them in the ground. You know?
No shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. So that was like way back, what, 1800s?
I don't know when, but now they embalm you and shit, so
Yeah.
if you ain't dead,
Back from that, right.
if you ain't dead, by the time you get on that embalmer's table,
He cuts that saw.
you're gonna be dead. They're gonna make sure you're dead. You know?
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, they used to have a
Could you
rope with a
imagine
bell, so
Scratching to get out.
people were.
fucking 6
Yeah,
feet
they've
under. Holy
dug up a
shit.
lot of coffins because back in that day you were in a coffin. You know, not a casket. They were coffins, like vampire shit. You know, like pine box.
Wow.
And they dug people up and there were all these scratches and shit in there where they were alive, man. Trying to get
That's
us out of
a
there.
horrible fucking death. Holy shit, what a way to go.
Yeah, man. If they still did that and they didn't bomb you, I'd be like, throw a bottle of Androl in there with me. And fucking throw my knife in there. I want that on my hip. Might not help,
Maybe flashlight,
but some comfort.
book.
Flashlight and a book. If you finally say, alright, I know I ain't going nowhere. Settle in and finally read the fucking, read this tome. I haven't had time to explore.
Yeah, we're gonna
Read the
have to
fucking
get out-
Iliad.
We're gonna have to get out of here, go one night out, have some fun.
Yeah, we need to have
We'll
fun.
Break, you know what I mean?
Fun sure is different when you're older than it was when you were younger, ain't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It ain't the same. Nothing's the
Yeah,
same
well.
anymore.
You know, you settle for
Yeah.
what's fun now. What passes is fun now. You know, of course, back in the day, what passed as fun in some cases was somewhat abusive, but self-abuse, but not always.
Yeah, you're different when you're younger. You know, you're indestructible.
You're indestructible,
Just-
exactly right.
You get a different mindset.
When you're young, you're a round rubber ball, man. You hit the ground, you bounce. When you're old, you're a fucking cube. You got corners and shit. When you hit the ground, you don't bounce and roll and all that shit. You scrape and dig in. Cubes don't roll very well.
Right.
That's why there's a lot of times, dude, when I'm thinking, you know, I have an altercation or some kind of an issue, and I'm thinking, you know what? It used to be when I was younger, it's like, hey, you know, whatever. You
Fight,
really
fight,
you
fight's
don't
on.
really want this, but you know,
But now-
you're gonna get the worst of it.
Yeah, it's
But now I'm thinking we're both gonna get fucked up, so I don't really want this either because no matter. There's nobody comes out on top necessarily now, you know, when you get older, as a clue to you younger dudes. You don't potentially really come out on top. I mean, you might come out less scathed than the other person, but you're still going to experience some harm. So,
going like this.
the ground, well, yeah, right. Either from the ground, because the ground just hurts, period, or now your ass getting locked up.
Right, behind bars.
Christ, the shit that used to pass for everyday common behavior, now you'd be looked at as some kind of an animal. Oh, he's a fucking animal, you know? Yeah, lock him up in a cage.
That's why they're making.
Yeah, and that's another piece of advice, man. You younger cats, if you're out there, it's not worth it, dude. It's not worth it. You're out there, I've seen it too many times with friends of mine, even with Ray. You're out there in fucking bars and, you know, you're looking for chicks and whatever, having a good time. Hey, more power to you, man. Been there, done that. Done too much of that. But now it's a different period of time, man. It can be a guy can be asking for this shit, going out and starting this shit.
Right.
And as soon as he runs into the wrong shit
Wrong
that he didn't
person.
reckon on, and he comes out on the short end, he's the first motherfucker that's going to be trying to press charges on your ass.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, absolutely. Sue you and shit. Absolutely. You know, I mean, I've been wrong.
Enough men out there.
I've been wrong before. You take your lumps, you take your knots, and it's just you live and learn and move on.
Right.
You know, but it ain't the same world, man. I know people want to think it is. It ain't.
Where they'll come back
It
and try
ain't.
to do harm to you or your family.
Yeah,
this,
you know,
that,
all this
it's
behind
crazy.
the door shit and
Yeah.
this anonymous fucking people
ridiculous.
over and all this cowardly
Yeah,
shit.
it's cowardly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, it's
the
you
word
know,
for it. Yes.
I've said shit to people in the moment and stuff that maybe I was heavy-handed, maybe I was a little rude, but at the time maybe I felt it was necessary. You know what I mean? I'm not the most chilled individual always, and you have to resolve something. It gets resolved. I like to deal with shit, get it done. And if you had a problem with it, then was the time to say something. You don't
You
wait
solve it and
a
it's
year,
done.
2 years, whatever, and now I'm a piece of shit. I'm this, I'm that, and sneak around through all kind of anonymous means and try and just cause people drama and harm. That's some cowardly fucking chicken shit. And then the worst part is
Total coward.
the people that are the first to tell you that they're a Christian, to make sure they get that in there, make sure you know they're a Christian and they go to church regularly. They're the first motherfuckers to
Yes.
do this kind of shit in their everyday life to people. Yeah, that's been my experience now.
Total BS and
You know what I mean?
BSing themselves and everybody around them.
I've even been told that I'm a bad Christian. I never said I was a good Christian. Never said I was a good Christian. I have a lot of Christian imagery around me, because it has a good influence. It's good energy. If I see that, quotations from scripture and things that mean stuff to me around the house, hopefully it'll make me stop and think. It's not there because I'm trying to be like, oh, I'm holier than thou. No, it's there because I'm a fucking sinner. Like Brother Brent says, I'm a dirty sinner. If he's a dirty sinner, fucking right
We're all
well, I'm a
sinners.
filthy dirty sinner.
We're all sinners.
We're all sinners. We all fall short. We all fall short, man. But you pick up tomorrow, you get back on that horse, you try to do better. Try to do better. You try to make good. That's what end of the day, that's what you want. You may not get there, but that should be your intent.
You want to leave something behind.
You're gonna fuck up. Everybody does.
You wanna leave
Some
something
people
good
more,
behind,
some people
too.
less.
When you die, you want to be remembered for something good.
For something decent, exactly
Not
right.
Something bad.
Overall. Overall. But you're not gonna have the scars and shit and all that and not be, you're not coming out of this life unscathed. You're most likely not coming out of this life unscathed.
One way or another.
One way or another, man. One way or another. So is there anybody out here tonight with us? Chilling? Anybody from the beyond? Anybody disembodied that chimed in on the other video we did out here? It's clear as day. Anybody that saw it or they heard it.
We walked up
It's
there.
hard to hear.
All that.
Yeah, anybody
Trying to
here?
communicate.
Is anybody here wants to communicate, chime in, share some of your experience? You're out there, man. Am I talking bullshit or can you relate to some of it or any of it? Chime in like you did before, man. Loud and proud, man. Just speaking to the camera. Just men sitting around shooting the shit.
Right. Yeah, that was wild.
I'll tell you, if you ain't tried the Fathers yet, not your Father's root beer. Fathers,
Just like
Woo.
root beer. Exactly like you can't taste
Can't
the
tell.
alcohol.
you can't tell the difference. Tastes just like root beer. Goes down so smooth. You sit here and drink these down. Can't even notice. Well, you will notice there's alcohol in it, but you won't know it as you drink it.
Right. Kinda
You're not going to
creeps up
sip
on
it and
you.
say, "Hey, that's alcohol."
Right.
You're going to say, "Hey, that's some good root beer." It's raining. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. Who's controlling the weather? Is it China? Fucking weather, dude, man. If you got a holiday and you're not working, it's gonna rain.
We gotta get some good weather rolling out here. At least one day.
Yeah, we need some good weather. Get on the bikes. It's not so much that I don't like it, but it's not like I won't ride in the rain. But as I get older, I don't want to clean all that fucking chrome. That back wheel's filthy right now, man. From riding in dry weather. I don't want to clean all this crap.
Clean it. The front
Spokes. Oh, spokes blow. Spokes are a bitch to keep clean, eh?
I really gotta clean that thing up some more.
We were talking to, I don't know if you were there. I think you were running around doing something else, but I was talking to you think about it, you know who I was talking to. I was talking to this dude, you know, one of the big clubs, and older guy, old head, and he was saying that we were talking about that very same thing, and he said, dude, I'm so tired. I'm so fucking tired of cleaning chrome that everything on my bike is blacked out now.
Right.
Were you there when he said that? He said, everything on my bike is blacked out now. You know what I'm talking about, right? Gray beard, old. Yeah, everything's blacked out so I don't have to clean that fucking chrome.
Yeah, I like the black too, but I like the chrome look.
I like the blacked out's cool, but that's more of a newer thing, I think. I mean newer, I'm talking recent decades. You know, back in the day it was all about the chrome, you know. They used to say chrome don't get you home, but it gets you laid.
Right.
Back in the day, you know, maybe it did. But even the bikes, they don't vibrate the same. His bike vibrates like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I love
But
that feeling.
this one, my bike, I got that 88B engine. The twin cam 88B is what started life as. And it's a self-reciprocating balance thing on a flywheel. And it doesn't vibrate. I mean, it says advertised. That thing don't vibrate. Sounds like it should, but it doesn't. Nah. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Even that little 883 over there, the new edition, right? The red one, it vibrates more than my bike does.
Does it really? Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Wow. That's right. You said when you're coming
You got
back,
the
you
rubber
fucking-
mounts, at least the isolated handlebar mounts.
Yeah.
But this
I like that.
this bike does not. And that thing on the highway for the hour ride, my hands were like falling asleep, going numb and shit
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
from that vibration. Mine's got solid handlebars and doesn't bother my hands because the bike doesn't really vibrate like that. The old days, you know, all those rigids I had, they vibrated. You feel every vibration. But the good part was, the girl you had on the back, she could feel every vibration too. That's why they call them Milwaukee vibrators for all you young bucks that don't really. That was literally, believe it or not, ask an old head. That was literally the shit. If you could get them on the bike, cognito ergo zoom,
Right.
later, you know, if you got them on the bike, man, if you didn't have a whole lot of pickup game, if you could get them on the bike, and it used to be easy to get them on. It's easy to get them on the bike now. But, you know, that bike don't vibrate, man. That big fucking motor, it don't vibrate. I'll tell you another thing I've been thinking about, too. You know, I went to the funeral home last week to see a good friend of mine, man, a good brother, good friend of mine. Known this dude since he was 3 years old, younger than me. Not what used to be a lot younger than me, kind of sort of seems to catch up once they cross their 40s, right? So he's probably 13, 14, 15 years younger than me, maybe. And the thing is, I know his dad extremely well. His dad's a good friend of mine, and now his dad's like 80.
Wow.
But his son died. And it's a fucked up situation, man. He died because he had his prescription. He came here from Jersey, and he went to refill the prescription that he had, and they told him, we can't refill this because it's out of state. So he had to go see another doctor here. It was in Maryland. So he had to go see another doctor in Maryland. Explained everything. Doctor checked him out, saw the prescriptions he was already issued. And he said, yeah, that's right. I agree. He issued him the same prescription, but he fucked the dose up. And the dosage he had him taking was like hundreds and hundreds of milligrams beyond the max recommended dose from the manufacturer that a human should consume daily on this drug. And it killed him. So that's a monster lawsuit right there. But, you know, beyond that, I mean,
It's like my one buddy I was telling you.
yeah, in spite of all that, it's not like he's coming back. It's not going to get him back. But the point is, what I was thinking of is, the older you get, the more people during your lifetime you've seen pass away. And, you know, I'm sitting there, I see him laying in the box, talking to him, and no, he's not talking back, but maybe he is, but I didn't hear him. And I'm thinking to myself, it occurs to me the irony that here, I'm still here. And, you know, you see all these people go, and you think sometimes they're younger. And you think to yourself, fuck, you know, it doesn't make any sense. Is who's going to go and who's going to stay? I'm still here. So it's like me and the people that showed up, friends of his dad's, it's an entire fucking room full of people that have lived, you know, a hard life or precarious life, and we're all still alive.
We're still here.
Younger. And here you got this younger guy, man, who shouldn't be gone, and he's gone.
No rhyme or reason.
No rhyme or reason, you know what I mean? You ever think about that, any of you older brothers out there? You ever think back and look and you say, Jesus Christ, you know, I've lived through this, lived through that, got all these scars, and I'm still here like a motherfucking cockroach after the Holocaust, the nuclear Holocaust, and you have all these, you're seeing all these people that they're passing away, younger than you know, good, decent folk. And that, you know, decades back, when I knew him or, you know, looked at him from at that point, of that vantage point, would never have imagined, well, that guy is probably going to pass away before me. Never would have thought it. Never would have thought it. Or even that he's, you know, that his dad will outlive him. I mean, that's a really fucked up thing, man. To bury your child, that's really screwed up.
Yeah, you never get over that. They say you do, time heals all wounds, but it doesn't. You lose a child, man, it's just like, there's no way you're getting over that. How do you get over something like that? I mean, you deal with it, but you never truly get over it.
I mean, Rob knows, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just, it doesn't even make sense how life, you know, who goes, who stays, and why. Sometimes I literally think, why?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the shit that I've come through and the odds that were against me coming through it, from an early point in life, it's like, why? Why, you know, why did I, you know, come through this, and, you know, why? Is there any intention? Is there any end game thought here? Is there any rhyme or reason or logic that...
I almost went 7 times, and I'm thinking like, yeah, 9 lives like a cat. And I'm thinking that way, and the next time I'll probably die.
Is there something I'm supposed to accomplish or
Yeah,
contribute
that's what
or
I'm
do?
thinking, like, I'm here for a reason.
And if there really is, you know, am I going to get up to the gates and they're going to say, you're a disappointment. You fucking got every opportunity and every chance, and, you know, you still didn't produce. You know, I don't know what it could be, but still here. But I'm of the opinion that if I went tomorrow, and I ain't trying to go, I'm here for the ride. I'm here to ride it till the wheels fall off. You know, ride it like I stole it from here to there, but not literally. But if I went tomorrow and I was in that box and people were coming to see me, I wouldn't be like wherever saying, why me? You know, because I feel like I've already lived enough. I've seen enough. The world's changed to the point that it isn't really going to miss me, and I ain't going to miss it.
It's so different now.
There are people that I'm going to miss, but really, I think I've outlived my fucking, you know, my spot. I feel like, you know, I've outlived that shit, man. You know, I've already passed that. So unless I got, you know, I don't. There's probably a lot. No doubt. There's tons of shit I don't know. But whatever it is, whatever the purpose is, and I got to think, is there some kind of purpose designed somewhere? You know, why am I still fucking here? That's.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Might be fucked up to say that, but.
Because I thought, I'd have won along.
I mean, I'm okay with being here. But I mean, I'm grateful for every day. But it's not like I will feel like I missed a lot if I'm not here. And yeah, I will have missed some things. I'll have missed some things, but of course. But I've had such a big bite out of life as it is. You know, I've done so much shit and seen so much shit that, yeah, a lot of you people know what I mean. I ain't the only one. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's my problem. I gotta get back to enjoying life more and living more because.
Yeah, I ain't going quietly, dude. I'm not going quietly.
Messed up.
If
4 years, really.
yeah, life's full of surprises, you know. I don't know what's next. You know I'm heading out into the wilderness. That I assure you, and that's in the works. That ain't gonna be that long off, but I ain't.
Well, let's hope not. Let's hope we live another 20 years.
I'm just rolling with the punches. Well, you know what I mean. We're getting the fuck out of Dodge, going out into the wilds. But you know, I don't know what's in the cards. I don't know what's supposed to happen. I don't know. You know, to me, it's like every day's like, what next?
Right.
You know, where's this going?
It's uncertain.
Yeah.
Future's uncertain and the end is always near.
Fucking right. Yeah, end is always near. It's all relative. It's near now, for Christ's sake, at this age. I've already lived well over half my life. You know, if I can argue that, it's not like I'm going to be 100. Worst nightmare for me would be if I did live to be 100 and I was just a broken down fucking shell of a husk of a man and I was put in a home somewhere in some little teeny room or cubicle and couldn't do anything for myself. To me, that would be...
Mine would probably be, if I live that long, I mean, I've watched so many people die around me, but everybody that I love or care about, or my friends, or, you know, die off and then, you know, left alone, die alone.
That would be the worst thing. If it ends up that fucking everybody dies. This is a morbid hell of a Saturday night, ain't it? Everybody dies in this like end of the world scenario, and the fucking streets are vacant and everything's, and you're still here. And it's like, you know, you and the cockroaches. And that's it. Or here's what's really messed up. Think about this. You know, everything's tongue-in-cheek. You know, take it easy. Take it easy, for God's sake. But how about this? You end up being like 100 or even 90-something, and you're in horrible shape. You're all fucked up, and, you know, you're feeling every bump and grind you ever lived. Everybody's dead, except for there are lots of beautiful chicks. No dudes except for you. And all these honeys are thinking, Jesus Christ, one of us eventually, sooner or later, who's going to be the first to have to fuck this old miserable bastard? You know? To keep those, right, keep the human race alive. Or one of them's like, I'll take one for the team. I want to keep humanity rolling along. Let's get with it, old timer. And you ain't got nothing going on. It's like, I got nothing. Mankind's going to have to be extinguished because I got nothing. So that's it, man. That's a wrap. It's another fucking Saturday night bullshit session.
Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend.
Hopefully it stops raining tomorrow.
Hopefully it stops raining tomorrow. We can do some fucking riding. That would be badass. If nothing else, I guess we'll probably get to ride Monday.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Maybe we'll go up and check that house up tomorrow too.
Yeah, we should do that for a fact. We should go see. I want to see how close we were, get like an idea.
Yeah. We couldn't have been that far.
I mean, I've been there,
Halfway there.
but I didn't recognize it with the road all tore up and the bridge was out and they replaced that. And
Yeah, it was so fucking black.
yeah, it was so dark. All right, well, thanks for joining us.
All right, people.
Next week, we'll have a phone already in the works. You'll be able to call. We're going to shoot the shit with you. Ask whatever questions you may. Share whatever stories you like or life adventures.
Right.
And if you're an asshole or a fucking dickhead, if you call, and we chop you up with some fucking smart-ass wit, you know, don't hate. Compensate. Isn't that what happens?
Right.
Overcompensation.
Exactly.
Half the world's problems.
Yes. We're not, but
Yeah.
that's,
Unless you're a real piece of shit, then don't waste your time because we're just gonna fucking hang up on you. Click. Waste your time. There's decent brothers out there that I want to talk to.
Any brothers and sisters.
But you never know. If you're actually clever and funny, I may indulge you. Whatever. Maybe. All right, you guys have a good night, man. We're going in to get another one and then get ready to call it an evening, I guess. Later.